Hello everyone. Today we learn regarding amputation and prosthetics. So first of all, we see the what is the amputation, what is the meaning of that. So MP means the around, amputation means trimming, the separation by cutting off terminal parts of the body. So in that the amputation meaning is separation by the cutting off the any part from the body. It is the removal of the body extremity. So by the trauma, then prolonged constriction of the surgery. Due to trauma or the surgery, we need to remove the body any part of the extremities. Then during the infection, prolonged infection like malignancy or the gangrene formation, some of the diabetic patient also having the gangrene and the malignancy also. So for that we need to amputate the any part, okay, where the malignancy or the gangrene were present. So we need to amputation. Then definition. An amputation is a partially or totally removal of the an extremity. So it is the partially or the total removal of the any extremities. Then amputation may result for acute process or chronic conditions such as peripheral vascular disease or the diabetes mellitus. Okay. Then incidence. So 50 to 75 years of the age, it is a common. Then 75% affected male and 25% of female. Then limbs. So the lower limbs are 85% and 50% upper limbs. Which are the causes of amputation? So in that, first of all, trauma. So due to the trauma, vascular, then the infections, then the tumors and malignants, and the congenital limbs deficiency. So in the trauma, road traffic and accidents, then the fracture complications, then burns, so then the industrial accidents. So these all are the causes of the amputation into the trauma. The vascular, so in that frostbite, then the arteriosclerosis, so then thrombogenitals. So these all are the vascular complication or the causes for the amputation. Then the infections such as the leprosy, then filariasis, gas, gangrene. Okay, these all are the infection. Then tumors. So in the tumors, bone osteosarcoma, then the soft tissue. So these all are the malignant tumor formation. So due to that, we need to done the amputation. Then the congenital limb deficiency by the birth. Then rehabilitation of an amputee. Rehabilitation. It is a process by which patient's abilities are utilized to make him independent physically, mentally, socially, and vocationally, to make him lead a near normal life. Okay, or the after the amputation, the patient may not be happy and not involving any part or the depressed. So we need to utilize their abilities such as the, or we need to give them advice that we should they should be independent by himself. Okay, so for that we need to give advice like, see, he or she maintain their physically, then mentally, then socially also. So for the normal routine life. Then stages of rehabilitation. Which are the stages of rehabilitation? So first, pre-amputee counseling, then second is the amputation surgery, then acute post-amputee care, the pre-prosthetic training, prosthetic fitting and training, then reintegration into the community, and the last one is the long-term follow-up. So these all are the stages of the rehabilitation. So first of all, we need to give the counseling to the family members or the patient. So for that, ready for the amputation. So for some of the complications and the risk factor, you need to explain them. Then rehabilitation team for the amputee patient. So including the patient, surgeon, then the physical therapist, prosthetist, then psychologist, then the occupational therapist, and the ergonomics. Okay, so these all are the rehabilitation team required in the amputee. Then first of all, pre-amputee counseling. So the main aim of this stage is the to prepare the patient physically, mentally or amputation and post-amputation period. So we need to give or we need to prepare the patient physically, mentally for the amputation. Okay, then stages including, so which all of which type, how you need to counsel the patient or his family. So by for that you need to talk with them, or the communication with the patient or his family, and explain about the how the surgery will be done, or the which are the good points for that. So communication between the rehabilitation team to discuss about the level of the amputation and the prosthetic fitting. Then in that phantom limbs pain, prosthetic fitting, then the how much time they taken, and they we need to also explain the cost. Okay, so these all are the pre-amputation counseling stages. Then amputation surgery. Amputation surgery is done when all other modalities are explored, evaluated, and rejected. The evidence suggested that amputation is the best solution to the patient's plight. Amputation is to achieve most digital level with clinical condition, then well-healed stump, then less functional loss, then the less energy with amputation with the prosthesis. Amputation surgery includes the removal of a part or whole limbs to exclude pathology, reconstruction to create a best possible stump. Then what is stump? It is the residual part of the limb after amputation. So which are the criteria, good criteria for this stump? So in that proper length, it's having the proper length, then the proper shape, then the skin free, then healthy scar. Okay, in images you need to observe. Then good muscle strength. Then the joints would have full range of motion. Then no neuroma. Then no phantom sensation or the pain. So these are the good criteria for this term. Then level of the amputation, it is a depend on the pathology and the validity of the tissues. Then level of the lower limb amputation, so in that from the pelvis, that is called hemipelvectomy, then a hip amputation, then the above knee amputation, below knee amputation, and the seams amputation. So these all are the lower limbs amputations level. Then upper extremities amputation. So in that the shoulder disarticulation, then the elbow disarticulation, then the wrist articulation, disarticulation. Then third one is the post-operative care. So how you need to care the after the amputation. So in that you need to proper dressing, means soft dressing, not too much tight dressing, then rigid dressing, then the crepe bandaging, then the control the environment method, then immediate post-operative prosthetic fitting. Then soft dressing. So advantages, some of the advantages also, and some of the disadvantages also. So advantages, it is allows the inspection of a wound, then allows near normal range of motion, then do not disadvantages, do not prevent the contractures, then they do not prevent the trauma. Then rigid dressing in form of plaster cast. It is a form of plaster cast. Then it called as immediate post-operative rigid dressing. So which are the advantages? It is decrease the pain, then the quickly bone healing, then the prevent from the edema, then prevent from the contraction, and the protect from the trauma. Then disadvantages, required careful applications, wound inspection cannot be done. Then crepe bandages. Bandages is done like a finger of eight. I think all of you are knowing the bandages, how you need to proper bandaging the crepe bandages. Then it need frequent rewrapping, Then this gives the pressure from distal to proximal, thus reducing the hematoma and the edema. Okay, so from that they reduce the hematoma and the edema. In control environment method, this done by the using of machine that supplies the bacteria-free environment to the wound or with controlled humidity and the temperature. This provides the perfect environment for the primary healing. So it is helpful for the healing. Then immediate post-operative prosthetic fitting. It can be done especially for the children and clean traumatic albation. So this is the main for that main aim is control the pain, prevention of the edema, infection, deformities, then different thrombosis, then the improving the muscles power, then the logical confidence also they maintain. Then the what is the definition of the prosthesis? This is an artificial device that replaces a missing body parts which may be lost through trauma, disease, or the congenital condition. It is a one type of the device that replaces the any parts of the body and the which may be lost from the during the surgery or the any congenital disease or the any chronic disease or the any trauma. Okay, so in pictures you need to see below knee, above knee, then the hip, then the above hip. So these all are the different types of the or the level of the prosthesis. Then limb. A person would need a prosthetic limbs if they have an injury so severe that is the require amputation. So some of the person having severe wounds, so they may require the amputation. Prosthetic limbs have been around since 300 BCE. The following are the types of the prosthetic limbs. Okay, in pictures you can see. Then prosthetic training, how you to give the training. This phase includes some of the phases are including in that active range of motion. You have to advise that you need to exercise the active range of motion. Then the proper positioning of the stone. You need to give proper position to the stone. Then muscle strength, then the skin care also you need to give proper skin care so that will be a prevent from the infection. Then the crutch training, then the wheelchair mobility, then the self care also you need to take care of for the own self. Then patient and the family education, you need to give the advice the how the training will be given to the patient or the families or the you need to teach the family members so they may help the patient. Then reintegration into the community. This process should be done gradually and it may take weeks or the months. Organized trips for shopping, reconstruction of the parts, recreation or a part-time job should be done. So for that there may be part-time job will be done. Then day hospital rehabilitation program. Patient participants in rehabilitation in hospital 6 hours per day and 5 days per week. At evening and weekend the patient return back to his home. Then modified works and restricted works according to the patient disability. They may be given the task or the work according to their disability. Then long-term follow-up. During the first year, follow-up is advised every 3 months and therefore as and whenever required. Okay, follow-up after the discharge, they may first from up to the first year, they may given the advice that every three months you need to come for the follow-up and the whenever you need to require. Thank you.